AITA for saying I no longer trust my brother or his wife around my kid. Okay, so you'll need some context here. Fist. I am a single father to a 5-year-old son. His mother isn't involved. She was incredibly manipulative and verbally/emotionally abusive. For a few reasons the courts awarded me full custody of our kid. She was allowed visitation, but basically said I get full custody or nothing at all, and hasn't made any attempt to contact our son for 3.5 years. TBH, I prefer it this way. She's a very toxic person who has repeatedly demonstrated an unwillingness to change, and she runs with some people I don't want my son around. If she comes back and demonstrates a willingness to put effort to be better for our son, she can see him, but till then, I'm very on board with her staying away. I've found being a single parent difficult and at times have needed a lot of help/support. This help has often been provided by my older brother and sister-in-law. They've done things like taking me to appointments, cared for kiddo while I worked/went back to school, helped with bills/groceries when I was on my ass financially, paid for kiddo to do activities I couldn't afford with his friends to keep him from being left out. They've honestly been an absolute lifeline for me, and I just want to establish off the bat that I am incredibly grateful for all they've done for me. During lockdown 3, brother and Sil have been watching kiddo while I work. They're both WFH, and have absolutely refused to let me pay them for it. Well, during this time, my son has been asking more and more questions about his mum, which I've done my best to answer in age-appropriate ways. He's also been getting upset about her not being around more and more. It really sprang out of nowhere, so I was confused until a few days ago, when he said Auntie Laura kept telling him things about Mummy, and they were different to things I had told him. I asked what kinds of things she'd said, and I'll spare you the details for the sake of character count, can clarify in comments, but it was incredibly inappropriate stuff. I'm so angry about this. My kid is upset, I'm in a very awkward position. My Sil went behind my back, I confronted she and my brother about it, and they both got very defensive, saying I can't expect her to badmouth her friend and I'm being unreasonable. I said that it's not unreasonable to want to protect my kid, and that they've demonstrated that I can't trust them around him. I've even stopped letting them watch him, and my neighbor is doing it instead. They're really upset with me. My brother called me an ungrateful asshole, and my Sil says she can't believe I'm being like this over one little thing after all they've done. Am I overreacting? Edit, realizes I deleted a kind of important point for character count. My ex and Sil were friends at secondary school and college, which is how my ex and I met. They're not as close as they used to be, but they're still casual friends. Edit 2, people said I should include this from the comments on the post, so here it is. My ex made a lot of accusations about me that were provably false during the trial, part of the reason she didn't get custody. This includes accusing me of being a serial cheater. I wasn't and could prove I was in other places at times when she said I was with other people. Accusing me of causing an injury she got in a car accident I wasn't even present for, and saying that I was the one who was emotionally abusive. She told him that the reason his mum and I fell out was because I felt like she was very unkind to me, and Mummy felt like I had other girlfriends, hurt her, and was the unkind one. She didn't say any of the accusations were true, but she didn't say they weren't either, and obviously a 5-year-old doesn't have the critical thinking skills to figure it out for himself. Not so much that she lied herself, she just repeated my ex's lies. NTA. She knew exactly what she was doing, and the only reason she had anything today is because she got caught. First of all, kids tell ALL. What did she think? It wasn't going to get back to you at all? And your bill can't be mad at you for your reaction. Past assistance doesn't excuse current bad choices. If they want to excuse her behavior, fine, but they don't get to alter the story and sugarcoat your son behind your back and then be upset they were busted by none other than him. I'm a summer bumblehead, but that's what you get when you play stupid games. NTA, your Sil and brother sound like are overriding your great parenting. The courts decided that you're a fit parent and your ex is not. They do not get to override that decision. NTA, your ex was so horrible that the courts didn't give her any custody. Hard to badmouth such a person. Sil placed her need to talk up her friend above the needs of a child that was clearly becoming more upset and anxious the more she talked. You're doing what it takes to protect your child, op. Clearly Sil wants to protect someone else. And even if Sil somehow thought the friend was different, she still hasn't seen her own child for nearly 4 years, of her own volition. She's a shitty parent for that, at a minimum. I wouldn't trust either of them around my hypothetical child. NTA. Tell your brother this: I am grateful for everything you have done for myself and my son, but gratitude is not the same as obligation. My only obligations are to my child, and that includes being obligated not to leave him alone with someone who lies to him about me and upsets him, no matter what they have done for us. Sil did not have to say anything about X, neither good nor bad. She could have said nothing, because it wasn't her place to talk about our relationship to my son, and the fact that she has gotten defensive and wants to act like this is no big deal leads me to believe she would do it again. I'm sorry that it has come to this, but my son's well-being comes ahead of anyone else's feelings. Period. ETA. Just wanted to throw it out there since this comment has gotten some attention, that I don't think it's probably necessary to never let your kid see his aunt and uncle again, and maybe stress that to your brother too. It sounds like he loves your son a lot, and it would be a shame for this to cause a bigger rift that it needs to. You can set boundaries without cutting them out of your lives. No unsupervised visits would be totally reasonable at this point. AITA. For not telling my mom I changed my name. When I, 24F, was 8 I lost my dad. When I was 10 my mom got married again. That same year she changed my name to my stepdad's, so we could all have the same last name. I did not want it. I begged her not to do it. She told me it would make their lives easier and it would make them happy. When I was 14 I asked my mom if I could change my name back. She was angry. I asked again when I was 16 and she was even more angry. Her anger both times came because her and my stepdad lost a baby together and he was never able to have kids of his own, so she felt like it was disrespectful because he had stepped up to help raise me if I tossed his name away like that. So when I moved out I petitioned the courts to change my name again and I got it turned back to my dad's. I was 18 and I never told my mom. Then she and my stepdad stopped by to see mine and my boyfriend's first house and she saw my name on my diploma. Graduated last summer and there was no official ceremony because of COVID, and it all kicked off. For the last 7 months they have been really angry and generally not happy with me. My mom told me I owed it to them to say I had changed my name and by hiding it I had hurt them both so much more. The argument is still ongoing today because I don't really regret it. But now I am questioning if I should have told her and let her be angry. AITA? NTA. You are a person, not a possession. You can call yourself whatever you want and, quite frankly, she is lying to you when she says the reason she is upset is because you didn't tell her. The reason she is upset is because you changed your name. NTA. Mom, I told you multiple times that I wanted to change my name. Multiple times you said no. I had no power to legally change it being a minor. I changed it when I legally could. I'm sorry it hurts your feelings, but this is what I wanted. I hope you can take the time to look at it from my point of view. Changing my name doesn't change the way I care and love for you and X. Repeat till she gets it. Like literally every time she brings it up. NTA. I think it's strange you were forced to take the name in the first place. You had every right to change it back. I admit I have always resented her doing that, but I have tried to let it go over the last couple of years. NTA. 2 adults put their insecurities and wants over a young child who just lost their parent and was trying desperately to cling on to some familiarity. AITA. For being angry about a gift my GF gave me. So some months ago my girlfriend and I had our 1-year anniversary, and of course we exchanged a gift. She hinted me that she would have loved a ring, nothing too crazy, and I got her a ring. In addition to that, a big frame with 12 pictures in it, 1 picture from every month we've been together. Yes, I know it may sound lame lol. I'm a sort of minimalist and I don't really have anything I need, so when she asked me if there was something I'd like I said whatever she wanted. It's the thought that matters. She got me a little frame, bought for very cheap at the Chinese shop under her house. with 4 pictures and that's it. The gift idea was cute, I was expecting some more effort, the pictures were not even aligned, they appeared to be thrown in, I was sensing very little effort from her side to her gift. Anyway, I didn't want her to feel bad, also because I could be wrong and overreacting. So I didn't say anything and thanked her instead. All good until some days before Christmas. She has 2 close friends and she didn't know what kind of gift to give them. I suggested a couple of ideas but she said it was a waste of money, around €10. Keep in mind she lives with her mom and gets €500 from her dad every month. And then she said what got me a little angry, I'll do the thing I do when I don't want to spend money and time on a gift. I'll just buy 2 cheap frame at the Chinese shop, print a couple of photos and I don't have to think about it anymore. After a moment I expressed my perplexity about what she had just said, because it was the same thing she had done with my gift. I got a little angry and she said I was overreacting, that it was not the same thing and that I shouldn't think about it. Now some time has passed, I'm not angry, but I feel sad about the whole thing. Am I the asshole for getting angry and sad about the whole situation? Edit. Since a lot of you are concerned about it, I'd like to clear that by saying I should reevaluate I don't mean to straight up dump her. Edit 2. Sorry I can't reply to everyone, it went out of control. A lot of you have asked this, I'm 22 she's 23. NTA for being ticked off and then sad. The fact that she admitted to your face that she had just given you her standard not that important treatment would tick me off too. It says to me that she just didn't want to bother and that's a painful thing to hear. I just thought of another thing. She doesn't want to bother with her closest friends too. Cause in the post-op said he was giving her gift ideas for them. And that's how the truth came out. Man. Up and that girl's friends all deserve better. Wow. Definitely NTA. She revealed her true intentions all by herself. You might wanna start re-evaluating the worth of this relationship and if you want be with this kind of person for the rest of your life, when she couldn't even be bothered to get you a decent gift. NTA. There's a very overused phrase that actually works here. When someone shows you who they are, leave them. You've found out where you are in her life and how she feels. You can stay with her but you should keep this in mind. Yep, she wanted you to buy her a ring. On the other, you weren't worth enough of her attention for her to actually try to get you a decent gift. If she is already like this after 1 year, how is it going to be like in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? Do you really want to stay with someone whose best idea of a gift for you was the low effort gift they give when they don't want to think about it? NTA op, but you really should re-evaluate your relationship with her. It's not about the gift, it's about how little effort she was willing to put for you. NTA, I was going to say that you are TA until I read. I'll do the thing I do when I don't want to spend money and time on a gift. I'll just buy 2 cheap frame at the Chinese shop, print a couple of photos and I don't have to think about it anymore. Wow, that must have been painful to hear. Also, a frame with a picture for every month you've been together is really sweet.